When you're on a skateboard, the only rule is gravity. Besides that, you just want to embrace change and flow in the moment and enjoy yourself. Hello, my name is Michael Glenn, and in this episode of the Dojo Show, we're going to use the kata Suso Otoshi and learn how to be in the moment and embrace change with our bow. So Suso Otoshi, this kata starts from Chūdan. I thrust, bring this up, strike to do, come back, do a ashi barai here, flip to tento uchi. This last one, it's an ashi barai rising up, okay? Once again, I thrust, bring this to tenchi here, strike to do, ashi barai, flip this over. This last one, ashi barai, rising up, okay? Straight sides. Okay, so from here I thrust, come to tenchi, strike to do, ashi barai, flip over here, back, rising up. Okay? Thrust, come to tenchi, to do, ashi barai, flip, and rise up with the last ashi barai. It's a little bit confusing, especially the last strike is confusing. The Densho says to do it a certain way, and I've seen like at least 3 different interpretations of that strike. I have one that I prefer, but I'm going to show you guys all 3 variations. So I'm starting off here from Chūdan, okay? So this first ski is towards the center of James's body here, okay? So it just skis out this way. Then this rises up to tenchi here, okay? So from here I'm going to strike to do. It's a horizontal strike. So the bow drops and comes across to do, okay? So the next strike, I'm going for that lead leg there in an ashi barai. So it's here, okay? The next strike, I'm going for a flip to James's head. So if James doesn't block, right, this flips to hit him in the head, okay? So from the ashi barai, he's going to block now. I go for this head strike. Now the last target, I switch sides, and if he doesn't block, okay, I strike to this leg. Okay, the last target is for the his left leg.
I don't have enough length, dude.
I ski to the middle, come here, strike to do. This one is going ashi barai to his right leg. This is tento uchi to the head. Then this left side of the bow is striking to his left leg. When you're doing your Chūdan ski, you have the bow tucked under your arm here, right? And this hand can be palm up. This is yari style ski, okay? So when I do the ski, it twirls here as I thrust, okay? This is a particular type of ski, okay, that's usually more important when you're using a yari, but it's also very stable when you're using the bow, okay? So as Gregory is defending here, I do this ski. If he tries to push it away, he can't because it's very stable. My kamae is very strong and stable. Okay? So the next piece, when I raise it up, again, I want this to be stable. So I have this up against my elbow and my body. This is the way Soke shows this, okay? You come from this position up here with this, my elbow is bracing the bow and my body, okay? So then when the next piece happens, I have this hand here on the bottom and I let it drop and swing. So the pivot of my legs is what sends the bow, okay? Not my arms. So it's just here, right? The bow drops and I pivot with my legs and that sends the bow, okay? So having this kind of brace here or here is really important at the beginning of this kata, okay? So try it out with that in mind. So I want to talk about the rhythm of these strikes. Each strike has a purpose, and each pause in between or moment in between strikes has a purpose too. Okay, so when I'm here, this ski is mostly to keep him away from me. Okay, so if I were here in this position and James were advancing, right, I would ski to keep him away. Okay, then I come up here, which creates this big gap that he may be tempted to enter into. Okay, so I keep him away and then withdraw here where he might think he can come in. Okay, so there's this kind of rhythm, this give and take here that's happening. So I ski, James thinks about coming in, and then I'm striking to do. Okay, see where that puts this leg here. Okay, so the next piece is this ashi barai. Okay, it kind of draws that leg in for me so that it's available. Okay, so again, so I'm here, I ski to kind of keep him away. Here he might be tempted to enter. Okay, so as James is pressing there, I go for do. Okay, if he doesn't block, right, let's go again. So I ski, he's entering, and I hit do. You see what that's going to do. That might break his arm, knock the sword out of his hand. Any number of things there can happen. Okay. If for some reason he's wearing armor or it doesn't affect him the way I think, after I hit do, I keep the staff between myself and him. So I stay guarded. All right. So once more. So I do this ski. There's a little gap here, right? That opens up this leg for me for the ashi barai. Ashi barai, he blocks. That opens up top for me for this piece. Okay? So it's flip here up top. And then the last one is this leg here. Okay? The left leg. Alright? So each piece kind of blends or leads into the next, draws him out in a way that exposes Suki that I can take advantage of. So the slow version is you flip here, come around, and back. Okay? I don't happen to like that version, but I want you guys to learn that longer, slower version. And it's good, especially if the guy somehow is still pressing in on you, because then you can keep your distance from him while you do that strike. Ski, right, striking to do, ashi barai down low. When I do this flip over, I want this end of the stick to come to my left side. So you see I'm flipping like this, but the stick is on my left side. Okay, we've been doing it like this, with the end on this side. Okay, but now I want it to be on my left side so that I can come quickly there. Okay? Once again, thrust here, ashi barai. See this? It's very quick coming back in. So without James, I flip so the stick is on my left side here. And then I can come back in quickly.
That's the faster way.
Yeah, that's quicker. Before we were flipping here, coming back, and then in. This one, it's here and then in. Okay? Once more. So, ski, tenchi to do, ashi barai, flip here. So James knows it's coming and it's still hard to block. Okay? It comes quickly. So guys, try that version. Let the flip bring this stick to your other side. So here. So here, right to the side. Here, when I flip, I'm going to keep this right hand up here. Okay, so then when I come back in, it's right in place.
Wow.
Once more. So here, thrust, come to do. See my flip here, the right hand is forward. So that allows me to come straight in. Okay, so normally when we do this flip, I let go. Okay, this time when I do it, I'm flipping this way so that I can strike right in. Okay, once more. So here with the thrust, here to do, ashi barai here, here, and then the last one flipping to the leg there, okay? When we do kata, a lot of times we learn them in a very linear fashion. So we do the whole kata from this line here, right? So it's like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, but I stay on the same line the whole time. That's not really realistic for a real scenario, okay? So more realistic look at it, it might be here, right? As I come up here, I'm circling, okay? As I come for my ashi barai, I might continue this circle. As I come for the tento uchi, I continue the circle. Come over here, James, I think you're out of camera. Right? So as I flip here, this circle continues. And in this last one, you see the circle can give me opportunities to strike. I'm here, I thrust, I come here, I'm circling, okay? As I do my ashi barai, I continue my circle. As I flip here, I'm still circling, okay? You see all this circling gives me a lot of opportunities to strike in different ways. I thrust, I come here, circle, okay? Ashi barai, circle. Tento uchi, circle. Nice. Okay? See how all that circling creates possibility for me, okay? It's important to use the bow in the space to shield yourself between your body and the sword, okay? So when I thrust here, I'm keeping distance, so his sword is far enough away from me that I'm still protected. When I come here and do this strike, again, I'm keeping my distance, okay? Ashi barai, I'm still keeping my distance, okay? When I flip, I've now come closer. Okay, so if Gregory somehow could swing underneath there, he could cut me, right? So I need to use the bow to shield myself, right? So when I do that flip here, right, I want to keep the bow in a way that it's shielding me. So if Gregory thinks about pressing in, right, I have the bow between us, okay? So I flip, right, and I have this position here. When I go for my sweep, this E-hen right here is my shield. Okay, so once again, over here is good. E-hen, it's changing, yeah. So here, right? Here, here, flip here, okay? So flip. This is shielding me here. So again, here, right, strike, ashi barai. With this flip, this e-hand is what's shielding me, okay? So I can press in, yeah? So here, here, here. With this flip, this is my shield here, this stick in the middle between us, okay? So as I come in, I'm still shielded. So I just hit James's leg down there on the bottom, and I have the stick shielding me against the sword, okay? Which creates all kinds of possibilities, all right?